Hello. In my last video, I started this dream island here, this kind of Japanese inspired theme, and this is part 2 where today I think I want to try and build whatever comes next after it suddenly stops here. As a reminder, this is the entrance that we built last time. If you've not seen the video yet, I will link to it if you want to watch that. But yeah, I've already said last time that I was thinking of maybe putting like a lookout type of situation here, but I've been thinking about that again. And I mean, I think it is a cool idea, but first we might want to have like a crossroads type of deal, because I've realized if I have the path kind of stop here and like a lookout point, I would have no idea how to continue the path anywhere else, so we might have to take care of that first, you know, make sure that we have good infrastructure on here that you can walk everywhere. But so the first thing that we have to do for that is, of course, extend the cliff here. But we might actually not need that much. Maybe just kind of 4 tiles like that. That could be our like crossroads point thingy. And then maybe just like 1 or 2 tiles more. I will say we also have to be careful. Let me show you the map. We don't actually have that much space to the back. It's probably fine though, and besides, if we're already filling up the island, I think that's actually a good sign, because I kind of want to get this done at some point, where again, like I said last time, I think if we had picked like a really big island, I would have never finished this in a million years. And then from here we could have a pathway that kind of goes left and right, and then this one would kind of have to go to the beach, but I think that's cool. And then I think I'm going to continue the same design, kind of have like 2 tile wide tiles, I guess. Like that. Oh, I like it. I like it. And then, oh my gosh, I also just realized you can also use this L function to kind of check if things are symmetrical. See, this is 1 step. And then over here it's also 1 step, and that's how you know it's symmetrical. When they first showed this off in the trailers, I wasn't so sure if this is going to be useful, because this is also something that they added recently with the 3.0 update. But the more I get to use it, the bigger of a fan I am. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. It's kind of weird, because I'm not entirely sure, but I think the buttons kind of work differently than they work on your normal island. Like, it's kind of weird that you have to press X to get to all of the terraforming options. Isn't that plus on your normal island? It's kind of a bit confusing. Ta-da, and now we have a path going to the right and a path going to the left. Although, where those paths will go exactly and what they'll look like, I think I want to tackle in the future. I think for now I kind of want to focus on this. I am thinking though it might be cool to have fences here. Do we have any good ones? There is the Zen fence, and there also is this bamboo fence. I feel like those might be probably the best option. I'm also realizing I actually don't have that many fences. I guess I was never that interested in collecting too many. I always was just interested in getting the ones that might fit my island, but then about the rest I didn't care that much. Never thought I would say this, but I kind of wish I was more of a hoarder right now. Do we like this one? It does come in different colors as well. That does look cool, but I'm not sure if it really fits with like the stone path that we have. Oh, I love the purple, the green, and the beige. There is also a yellow version. Yellow is kind of our accent color right now. But I'm not sure if I like that. Oh, this fits with the wood. I don't think I really like this bamboo one at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's not completely ugly, but there is something about it that doesn't speak to me. See, I like that. I think it fits well with the torii gates, but isn't it kind of like too different of a color, or do we not care? See, I feel like this matches our colors better, but this matches our vibes better. So now I don't know what to do. I think my favorite is just the stone wall. I always keep coming back to the stone wall. I really like this one, but I think it fits the best. It just matches in color, and it also matches in vibes. And obviously I want to add some more stuff over here, but I'm thinking let's maybe try and figure out everything that should go over there. Because I'm still kind of worried that I might not like the idea altogether and might want to change everything. And this back here is actually already where the island ends. Okay, so I want to push back the cliff a little bit so we can have something cool down here maybe. Ooh, what if we added like a crop field down here or a flower field or something? I love how last time I spent forever trying to build a cliff, and now this time around I'll probably spend forever destroying the cliff over here. Okay, I feel like this much space in between might honestly be enough. Okay, wait, let's have a look at that. Does that seem cool? Yeah, I think so, right? Okay, yeah, look at that. This is looking epic. Okay, let's maybe think about our options here. I'm thinking a crop field could be cute. Maybe like, I don't know, pumpkins or maybe sugarcane. I think those two are kind of my favorite crops, but we could go for something else as well. I think I also kind of want to mix together different plants, but I'm thinking about which one I want to use mainly right now. Other than that, I guess I could spam green mums again. Ooh, or maybe just white. I like the white ones too. I'm not really seeing a clear one that like stands out to me the most. I guess, oh, I've also not considered bushes. I have used this one a lot, but I'm thinking I might want to pretend that this is like a bush that, you know, grows here naturally. So I think if I now place this as like a field, as like a crop, not to get like way too into this, but I feel like that could be kind of immersion breaking. We want this to kind of make sense, you know. I guess another option would also be to place something like this maybe as a crop. Ooh, I like that idea. But we can't place them very closely together, can we? Like if I try this, that won't go there. What if I kind of place the bamboo and the sugarcane together and then also obviously mix in a bunch of flowers and stuff? I think that could be cool. Okay, that's what I want to do. But let's be smart about this and place down paths first. And I think I just want to do the good old classic path thing to just use both of the dirt paths kind of alternating. Okay, I've now added in all of the stripes and I'm not sure if I like this yet. I know, we'll see. I think I'm gonna try and put everything else on top now. And if I decide that I don't like the stripes afterwards, well, that's a me problem. I kind of need to think about how I want to place them because they don't want to go everywhere. By the way, dumb question, can you delete slumber islands? Because I've been thinking, if there ever comes a time where all 3 of my slots are all decorated with islands that I like, I might want to delete one of them and start a new one. But is that even possible, or am I now stuck with this one? I'm kind of worried. Okay, this actually looks really cool. Okay, and then next up I want to add all of the sugarcane. Okay, yeah, this combination looks really cool. Okay, I want to fill in the rest like this as well. But it's kind of hard to walk through like this. Should we maybe add like a mini path in the middle? I feel like that would be realistic because they would definitely have something like that on a field. Maybe like that? Is that cool? Or would the wood maybe be better because it matches with the other colors better? See, and now we have an actual path so that you can actually reach everything in the field. And this does look cool from up here, but I feel like it's a bit too close. I might want to move it back by 1 tile. Oh yeah, this looks cooler from back here if there's like a little bit more of a distance. And you know what? New idea. What if we just leave the path as grass? Because there will be a lot of brown, but maybe this will break it up a little bit. Yeah, if you imagine all of the other tiles filled in as well, I think grass is the way to go. Okay, and then I've left some spots to maybe put in some other plants. Like I've been thinking about putting some bushes as well, maybe? And again, I don't think I want to use the same one. Instead, maybe go for one of the brighter ones. I know I like this orange one before. But I don't think it fits here very well. It seems that all of the bushes are kind of like a more darker and muted green in this season, which I am not the biggest fan of. I guess I could look at some of the in-between variations as well. Those would be especially cool to use because we can't have them normally. Like that? Oh look, this one just kind of has red dots like that. I don't think I want to use that here, but that's something to remember maybe for the future. It kind of looks like a berry bush. Yeah, I think I want to try and use these. The green ones on there are kind of cool. Okay, so I added a bunch of the bushes and fences as well. I know that this fence maybe is not the vibes for this because it's got the spikes and everything, but I thought that it looked the best in here. And I've also placed the stone walls again to kind of, you know, section it off on both of the ends so that it doesn't just kind of end abruptly. And I've also realized I'm not in uniform. I had to leave and come back. And so I had to like wake up, quote unquote, and come back and apparently put me in my original clothes again. There we are. And I totally didn't notice because for me it's been a while, but for you the video was instant, so that must have been a bit confusing maybe, but it's okay, I'm back in uniform. I also maybe wanted to add some flowers in between. Do you think the green mums will fit again? Wait, where have I left the space? Like that? Oh, yeah, that's cool. I'm using the green mums so much. I hope I'm not overusing them, but you gotta agree that fits perfectly. Okay, and now this is what we got. I've been thinking as well, do we maybe want to add some water in between there? Okay, but I need to be careful with the bamboo. But so what if we just kind of add little sections where you can jump over? Can you jump over this? Doesn't look like it. Okay, maybe we can only do single ones. Is that fun or is that annoying? I think for now I want to keep it like that. It adds a little bit of something extra. And then maybe we could place some extra things. Like I've been thinking about putting a shovel right here. Maybe just a flimsy one. Yeah, and that could just be right there. And then I know there is also some water pump item. I think that could look cool over here as well. Oh, there is this thing as well. But I think this matches kind of our theme better. Oh, and the well. Do we want to place that as well? As well? Does that come in different colors actually? It does. Oh. Maybe the rusty one could be cool. See, and then you can get water from over here. Is there maybe a bucket as well? There is. Is that maybe cool too? The well comes in different colors as well. Do we maybe like the gray one? And what if that went over here? Is the gray one a little too depressing or do we like that? I think the red one might match our color scheme better, yeah, with all of the brown that we have. You can't use it, And what if we replaced, oh no, that's not what I want to do. What? No, no. Wait, oh yeah, I can't pick it up. I was thinking about maybe placing a tree in that spot. Luckily we have the history tab thingy, so I can just get my things back easily. And then let's maybe place the staircase over here as well. And of course, I will just use the stone staircase again. So the stairs are 3 wide. Do we maybe want to make it line up exactly? Okay, after a lot of overthinking, this is what I came up with. So we have the stairs here now, and I moved these things around a little bit because I think it might be cooler like this. And then I've been thinking for this lookout platform thing over here, is it maybe cool to place a bench or will that be in the way? Maybe just the bamboo bench? Like, that's cool, right? And as for the sides over here, maybe just like bushes and flowers and the usual thing. Okay, then do we maybe want to start thinking about what to put like in the back there? I don't think I want to build too much of that today because we've already done a lot, but maybe we could just kind of start brainstorming. Wait, I just realized, does that say dream ladder? Oh, all of the tools are like dream tools. Also ignore the fact that I'm poor. Life's rough, okay, life's rough. But so I've been thinking about going one more level up back here, but we're gonna have to see what that looks like from our lookout. But maybe it'll be fine if I put it more towards the back. And the reason I want to build this is because I've actually had quite a special idea. And oh, I'm not using this thing. I should be using that more. But I've actually had quite a special idea for the reason this could be here, because like I've said before, I'm thinking I might want to add a little bit of a story to this place. And I've already been thinking, what if this island, what if we can pretend that it's like the spirit world or something? And I think that's cool. I think I want to go along with that idea. I'm thinking now to specify on that further, right? What if what spirit world means exactly is pretty much just the afterlife? Okay, I've made a block. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And I want to test what it looks like with maybe another torii gate up there as well, just to kind of see if we like the height. What if I push it all the way to the back? Because my big idea with the story, with this mountain over here, is that maybe this entire island is sort of a place where spirits go who still have unfinished business or something. And then this right here could kind of be where they like, you know, if they walk through this, they can move on to the rest of the afterlife, like the actual afterlife. Something like that. Okay, but does it also look good from back here? Ooh. Kind of can't see it very well, but you can see the top. Do we like it like that? What if I maybe move it back a little? And then also make the hill a little bit smaller in the front? Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I think I like it like that. I'm excited about this now. But so again, the idea would be that, you know, you kind of arrive over here or something as like a ghost, as a spirit, after you sadly kick the bucket. But then if you have unfinished business, you land here. And then maybe to like, I guess, finish that business is my idea. You could, you know, make your way across the island and you kind of, you know, spend your time here to sort of get prepared for like the afterlife, the proper thing. And then, you know, you would come over here to other places I want to build in the future, and then you would like, I guess, go on an epic journey here to come to terms with yourself or something along those lines. And then eventually, when you're ready, you come up here, and then again, you walk through this gate, and then this will take you to the proper afterlife. Is that a cool idea for the lore? I think that's really fun. Well, maybe not fun because it's about the afterlife, but I think that's cool. And I think that fits really well because, like I said, this is the entrance, right? And so the first thing that you see when really properly arriving would be, you know, all the way in the center up there. The gate that you're trying to get to. I think the last thing that I want to do is maybe extend the nature jungliness that I've got going on over here over to this bit so that this is covered as well. Again, I'm kind of keeping the, oh no, where's that pine tree item? But I was gonna say, oh, here. I was gonna say I kind of want to keep the plants lower over here so that I can actually see behind it. I think that's a big issue that I always have with Animal Crossing building, is the fact that you have this top-down view sometimes can block things and can make it a little harder. See, now we got some plants over here as well. There is still a little bit of a spot back here that I have to do in the future, but that's fine. But yeah, with that, it's all done for today. So let me give you a little bit of a final tour. So this is the entrance area from last time. And then this is what we made today back here, this lookout section. The top bit of the lookout is coming soon, but the lower bit of the lookout is looking super cool. I think this field turned out so cool. And again, like I already said, I think it's so cool how in the future you'll be able to see the torii gate up there first thing when you come in. And so we placed this bench right here where you can sit and look at the lookout. We now have a road over here. This side goes to nothing at this point in time. This other side goes down to the beach. There will have to be a beach episode in the future as well, I think. But for now, this is empty. But you can come over here this way to our well and the water thingy. And I did leave some openings in the stone wall so that you can actually walk through the field using our little path. I've not really thought about what crop exactly this is supposed to be, since, you know, this is just kind of fantasy. I guess you could say this may be a sugarcane field, since I used a lot of the sugarcane plant over here. But again, I'm not entirely set on that. But so if you continue to walk through here, you just... Hello? Come on. Come on. There we are. You just eventually reach the other side. And then let me maybe walk out of the way and show you the map as well, because that might be interesting. So this is what it looks so far. We pretty much have the right side of the island planned out. And I'm thinking we might want to start the left of the island in the next episode. Can I do my twisty dance again? Yes, my signature emote. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!